Hi guys, I'm Chris Hynes from Golf Park Sanctuary Lakes, and today we're just going to talk about one of the most common problems I see, and that's in the downswing, that people's arms really outrace their pivot, and often it'll lead to a top or certainly a left. So what we want is from the top of the backswing, as we transition down, there's a little shift into the front of the left foot, then the left knee will be pulling out, the left hip, the torso, the chest will turn into the arms, and then the arms will just get dragged along, and then they'll release post-impact. So a feel that I like is that I make my backswing with my left hand only, and there's a bit of a gap in here, but as I transition, there's a little shift into that front of that left foot, and then as I start, my lower half starts to turn, my torso, my chest turns into my arm, and then I get this contact with my sternum, and then I'm just pivoting. My sternum, represented by the hand here, is always leading my left wrist. So the club face stays really, really stable. The handle will end up in front of the club head, which we need to hit down the middle. But what most people do is they get up here and then the arm outraces. So then you lose all this stability in the club face. Whereas if the sequence is correct and the sternum is leading the wrist, then the club face will stay really stable. So you can certainly just make some swings where you go back, shift, lower half, torso, chest, connect, stay connected, and let it release here. You can attempt to hit some little tiny shots like that. It is quite challenging. Little shift, turn, you got that connection, keep going through. But a really nice starting point, I think, is that we just go a hip height to hip height swing. So still pivot driven to here. So I'm still using my pivot. I get it to hip height. And then from there, it's just lower half, torso, chest. And as I'm doing these small swings, I can feel that connection there, that pressure of the bicep on the chest, and finish through there. So we're just nice and relaxed. Use our pivot to waist height, hip height, then sequence the lower half, torso, chest, then the arms. And we've just got this nice connection. The ball's always going to start nice and straight. So, yeah, I think just progression from there. Then you could progress it into a half swing, a little shift, feel that connect, and then through. And then as you work into a full swing, you won't feel that because it happens too fast, but you've ingrained it through those smaller progressions. So I hope that helps fix a really, really common problem in golfers, and enjoy your golf.